Hi, I'm Jim from Left Wing Libertarian.
And I am Anna from BeautyGirlsMom.com.
We've been up since the middle of the night because we had to make a trip up to the Poconos area.
Since the crack of dawn.
For Anna to attend a ribbon cutting ceremony with the big giant scissors at
the Lehigh Valley Mall in Whitehall, Pennsylvania, the grand reopening of their Disney store. This is a brand new interactive Disney store, and it is super cute. I have to say, it is super cute. The store itself is, like every other Disney store you've been to, you will find your costumes and your toys and your plush and, stuffed animals. You will find clothes. So all of your favorite things that you've known and loved about the Disney store are still there. Don't worry. But what's different and I thought really unique about this store is just some of the aspects of the store. There is a skyline around the store. And if you look at the skyline, it is scenes from the Whitehall, Pennsylvania area. It's not a generic skyline. So as you're looking around the store, especially if you're from that area and you look up, you might see, and I don't want to mispronounce, it's the Troxel Steckel House and the Geiger Covered Bridge. So you're seeing these local landmarks all around the walls, and maybe in front of the covered bridge is a silhouette of Donald Duck, like you see a shadow of Donald Duck. And over on the other side where you'll see a familiar farmhouse or something that you might drive past every day on your way to school or on your way to work, and standing in front of that, maybe Mickey Mouse or Minnie Mouse. So I thought that was really, really cute that they incorporated the local community into the design of the store. The other thing that I really loved, and I honestly could have stayed there for an hour, except the store was so packed. There are trees in the store, and when you look up at the trees, you just see like cutouts of leaves. But as you get closer, and as you really look at the trees, each of the trees has characters in the leaves. So you might look up, and as you're walking in, you think, oh, that's really... oh my goodness, there's Ariel, or there's Woody, or there's, Tinkerbell. There was a Tinkerbell in one of the trees.
Carved like the Tree of Life or painted on?
No, it's painted, and it looks like it looks like the tree, just, with the cutouts of the leaves. But as you get closer, you can see that the cutouts, because it's not like there's Tinkerbell. It's Tinkerbell is a leaf with, the leaf pattern painted on her. So that was kind of cool. There's also a little storytelling area there. This was the first day the store has been open. They've been closed for 3 months. There's already a full calendar of events when you go. There's a list right there in the store of all the events that are upcoming, including a big event coming up very soon for the movie Inside Out, Pixar's Inside Out, which is coming up very soon for release.
Now this interactive Disney store is rolling out across the country.
They are rolling out across the country. We live near the Cherry Hill Mall in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. We already have one there, and the Deptford Mall is going to be remodeled in October of this year, so we will have one a little bit closer to us.
Now, if you want to attend the opening day event, just to give you an example of the one we were at today, excuse me, a few minutes after 10 o'clock, they'd already gone through over 500 commemorative souvenir mouse ears for the event.
Yes, the store opened at 10 o'clock. We got there right at 10 o'clock as the store was just opening. The first 500 people got a free gift, which was the commemorative mouse ears. The line was already wrapping around the upper level of the mall.
And after you left there, now one of the nice things they did was
they had already given out their 500.
Yeah, and there was still a line.
And they were letting people into the store like a few dozen at a time. So the store, was not that you couldn't breathe. It was packed. There's not a doubt it was packed.
But that line, because Anna was in the store and I was outside with the line, they had it roped off all the way down, and then as it got to a point where it would block another store, there was a gap in line. So there'd be like people in a gap. And the crowd that was there for, almost 1,000 people between the upper and lower level. It was very, very cooperative with making sure all the other stores weren't jammed.
Well, and there were dozens of cast members there. As a matter of fact, I was introduced, I spoke to Melissa, who is the district manager, and she introduced me to a couple of cast members who have been working at the Cherry Hill store, who came over to Whitehall to help with this grand opening. So there were dozens of cast cast members, the mall management people were there, introducing
met the mall
themselves and
manager. He
greeting
spoke to you a little
people. So I mean, this was a big event in the mall, and again, it was really well attended. We were there exactly at 10 o'clock. And the line was easily about 1,000 people.
Now, if you were waiting in line with strollers, you didn't have to get out of line. There was someone going and picking up the strollers and wheeling them back to the exit side of the store.
Yes.
As you come out of the store.
Yeah, they didn't let
turn
any
left
strollers in the stores today. That's not regular store policy, because I actually did hear a woman say, well, how am I supposed to shop if I don't have the stroller? I got to carry the baby. That's not regular store policy. But again, there was a line of 1,000 people trying to get into the store to see some of these really cute things.
Maneuvering a stroller through a crowd that high in the store would have been pretty difficult.
Yeah, it would have been virtually impossible.
Let alone a dozen strollers.
Yeah, but there is a pretty big screen TV in there in the storytelling area. The kids can choose which story they want to hear. So there's different Disney stories playing. There's a little interactive area where they can be coloring or doing stuff. So the kids were very well entertained.
Now, once they left the store, the video you can see now is they went from the upper level down the stairs of the escalator and got into the queue that wrapped all the way around below to the big staging area in the center of the mall, where they were having character appearances.
Yeah, at noon today, they were going to have an appearance by Mickey and Minnie, so you could have gotten your picture taken with Mickey and Minnie. Honestly, we didn't wait for that, because by the time I finished admiring all of the stuff inside the store itself, the line downstairs for Mickey was already probably 300 or 400 people deep, with more people coming. But they were great. I mean, that was a good hour before Mickey and Minnie were supposed to show up. There were cast members down there. They were playing Disney music. They were trying to keep the crowd entertained and engaged. Again, there were a lot of really young children at this event, so they did a lot to keep everybody entertained, to keep the lines moving. And
I mean, there were adults and children, and there were a good number of children that were wearing like the mini dress.
Yes,
they came out to make it a fun day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I guess this is one of those fun things, just from a mall perspective in a community. It's a fun thing. I mean, for somebody, they're going to look at this and say it's another store open, but it's a store with an event, and it just becomes an event because you want to make it something fun to do.
And they're going to try and make it an event, all the time. I mean, this is not, everybody is there and the cast members are all friendly and nice and it's a one-shot deal. Again, they have a very full calendar of events coming up. They will have in-store parades where the kids might be asked to pick up a toy or something and parade around the store. They are going to try and keep the shopping experience fun. They want people to be involved. They want your kids to be involved. And it's not always fun to go shopping with kids, but they're going to make this an experience that your kids enjoy. There are currently over 300. There's 330 Disney store locations across the United States.
Now, will you be at all of these openings?
Some of them are already open. And, if you have one in your area, especially if it's one of these new interactive ones, it really is worth a trip in there just to look around, even if you don't have anything that you need to buy at the Disney store. Although, how can you not buy something at the Disney store? So that's it for us. We had a really exciting time. We had a fun time. I was glad to be there.
Yeah, thanks. Shout out to anybody for attendance or anything?
We're going to throw a shout out to Joe Fucci and Gina Correa from Allied Marketing, because they were very nice to invite us. So I am Anna from beautygirlsmom.com.
And we'll see you real soon.